Hello, YouTube. I'm Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. We are talking about no other than Donald J. Trump. He is the bright and shiny star of this live today. We will be discussing Donald Trump and the Epstein files. It's so much going on with the Epstein files. It's just unbelievable. All of Donald Trump's cabinet is full of crap, in my opinion. Bundy's full of crap. Cash Patel full of crap. Of course, Donald Trump is full of crap. There's going to be a couple of victims that I'm going to show you that's going to speak, and people that know the Epstein file situation, they're going to speak. Donald Trump keep trying to deflect and project, but it's not working at all. Even his base, the MAGA sensationals, they are starting to wake up. A vast majority, they are waking up. Hello, King Allen. Hit that like button as you all are coming in. I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. We're discussing Donald Trump in the Epstein files. Although Epstein is deceased, we are not going to stop talking about him. We're not going to give Donald Trump that satisfaction of us stop talking about the Epstein files. We're going to talk about him as long as that man is in that Oval Office. We will not stop talking about it. No matter what tricks Bundy and Donald J. Trump pull out their bags to, not gonna stop. They can talk about President Barack Obama and their lies they building on him. What Donnie does, anything that Donald Trump is saying somebody else is doing, Donald Trump does. So if he calls someone a criminal, he is. It is a fact, a known fact, not fictional, not an opinion. He has 34 felonies. He's a felon. That's a fact. So we're going to be covering so much with Epstein files. It's going to be so much you're going to collect. When you get off my live, you're going to be really just thinking, how did we get ourselves in this mess? A man with 34 felonies is the man in the Oval Office. How did this happen? We know how it happened. He told us Elon must rig this election. He said Elon knows those voter machines better than anybody. And because of the MAGA magnets. That is how it happened. One moment. That's how we have a man that was friends with Epstein for probably decades. Because what they tried to tell us for 10 years. No, come to find out when I showed y'all those videos, it goes way back. Donald Trump and Epstein's friendship goes way back. But they tried to fool us to make us think they were just friends for 10 years. No. I'm sorry to disappoint you. They was friends much longer than 10 years. Several years. All the way back to his first wife. Wasn't Ivana Trump? That's how long he'd known Epstein before her. He just didn't know her through his wife. They got the news all over the internet. No. He has known Epstein for decades. You don't go that long knowing somebody, hanging out with them, seeing them around young girls, and you're around too, and you're not swimming in that pool too. That ain't how it goes. No, it's not. And it's being said right now, there's a bromance, the Brokeback Mountain brothers. And I don't doubt it, because freaks like it all. They like the men, the women, the children, all. They like it all. Don't mistake it. They like it all. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Give me one moment. I'm clearing off my screen. Hit that like button, beautiful kings and queens. How are y'all doing today? I missed you. And I know it ain't even been a good, 24 hours here, but I miss you and I love you. I love you all. Yes, I do. Remember, when you're on my show, we are family and we are all loving kings and queens. We respect each other in my chat. We do not abuse each other, and you respect the host. Because this is me castle, my castle. So respect me. I'm going to respect you and I'm going to love you. I'm going to give you what you want and what you need, baby. Don't mistake it. I got you. One moment. I'm cleaning my screen. Y'all, it is so hot in Atlanta. It doesn't matter how low you put that air conditioner. It's hot. It's getting hot in here. One moment. Y'all, I'm hot. Mama got to cool off, honey. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can send me Venmos, That's in my description, my Venmo. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can send me something through PayPal. My PayPal link is in my description as well. If you want to send me a super chat, you can send me something through super chats. Money, money, money. Hit that like button for me. Come on. Hit the like button for me. Come on, hit that like button. It's hot, y'all. Whew. Atlanta is hot. I know you go ahead and get started here. Hit the like button for me. Come on, hit that like button. Hit that beautiful like button. Oh, it's 110 where you are, Ellen, baby. It's hot and I can't take it. My hair is sweating at the roots. That's how hot it is. Just a moment. So if y'all see me fanning, it's because it's hot. I live in a city state that's very hot. Whew, Jesus, be a wheel in a vessel. It's hot. It is so hot. Y'all, when I go outside to like take the trash or whatever, I wrap my hair back up, put a scarf on it, and then I do it. Because it's too hot. You can't go outside in that heat and think you're going to have a hairstyle. No. Just I'm going to get started. I'm just waiting on everything to load up how I need it to. Okay, so this is let me say this first. Everything that I show you is fair use, educational purposes, and great research purposes, and great entertainment. Everything I show you is fair use, okay? So remember that. I love you.
They say there was thousands of hours of tapes of people doing horrible shit. Why did they say that? They can lie about all kinds of things. And this is today with the internet. You know, like, look, where's the Epstein?
America is being lied to.
Can't find them. Don't exist. Like, they can get away with man. Yeah.
I think what is enraging people right now is it's insulting our intelligence. Like, obviously, the intelligence community is trying to cover it up. Obviously, the Trump administration is trying to cover up. Something changed because they ran on this idea of exposing it all.
DOJ under Pam Bondi is covering up crimes, very serious crimes by their own description. Why are they doing that?
You don't drink, and you don't drink or smoke, right? I don't drink or smoke. Never have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody in politics has a vice that's much worse than alcoholism. Is the way that I put it. But we
release the list.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
But I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. And I don't understand why it keeps going. I think really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going. But credible information, let them give it. Anything that's credible, I would say let them have it.
The president said today you would release credible files related to Mr. Epstein. Are you prepared to do that, and when would you?
Our memo today, our memo speaks for itself, and we'll get back to you on anything else. I haven't seen all of his statements today. Thank you.
How would you respond to the MAGA base that has expressed a lot of frustration about it?
We're going to fight to keep America safe again, and we're fighting together as a team. That's what
she's
that's
very rehearsed
right now.
That's rehearsed, y'all. Listen.
Thousands of hours of
That's the thing, which I'm going to show you more pertaining to this video, even later in my live. Y'all, what Pam Bondi just said was very rehearsed. Did you not notice that? Our job is to protect the American people. The same way Donald Trump said in his rally when he was running for the Oval Office that he would protect women. Well, what about the brown women? You take them, you had ICE to slam them on the ground. They pretty much bamboozled the women. They touched them in places they should not have been touching them. Yes, ICE did that. The women have testified to it and said it when they talk about it, what ICE did to them. So, Don, you're not a protector of women. Bundy, you're not protective of women. When you're protecting Donald Trump and the Epstein files, you are working against women. So how you're protecting the American people? And like jdvance says that some of them in the MAGA Republican Party have vices worse than drinking and smoking. Do I need to play that for you again? Because I will. Let me know if I should play it for you again in the chat. Donald Trump, when he talks, he's telling on himself. He's like, why do y'all keep talking about the Epstein files? Well, Donnie, you talk about Obama for many years. Even your wife that's aging poorly, not much, probably my age and not much older than me, aging poorly, she too was talking about President Obama, talking about his birth certificate. Well, girl, your birth certificate says Russia, and you're not a legal American. You got what is called Einstein visa, which you did not truly qualify for. But because your husband has connections with people in the political field before he got in politics, and that's how you got it. You tell us what is your talent for you to have the Einstein visa. Work that thing, girl. Work it, Melania. Do it, girl. Do it, baby. Do it, baby.
A measure of the corner that Donald Trump has found himself in over the Epstein business is that we are still talking about it. He hasn't managed to change the subject. And I think the reason that he is caught here is that Jeffrey Epstein is so central to the Donald Trump story.
Hit the like button, you guys. Thank you.
These guys, I think they were each of them were the richest relationship in each other's lives. Beginning in 88, 89, they personified that 80s experience, that of money and entitlement, of outsiders suddenly feeling they could have whatever they wanted, and what they wanted in addition to money was women. This was status, and women models, a kind of retro proud misogyny, and a competitiveness between them. The more models, the more women, the more they were the winner over the other, with enormous bragging rights. In fact, at one period in 92 or 93, they openly shared a girlfriend together. And this went on until about 2004, when they had their big fight. But one of them ends up in the darkest prison in America with a sheet around his neck.
And that was Epstein.
In the White House. And that is the circumstance which I think everybody senses, understands, and kind of seems to be bringing the nation to attention. The understanding that Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump, no matter their utterly divergent fates, are the same person.
I've been said Donald Trump and Epstein is the same person. They hung together for so many years. And when they both were investigated by the feds, they used the same language. They spoke the same language. They talked about the First Amendment rights and all kind of stuff, the fifth, whatever it is, I plead the fifth. And they use the same code language. Whatever Epstein is, that's Donald Trump. Pedos run together. Don't mistake it. They hang together. So, it is time for America to wake up. I will say this time after time during my show today. It is imperative. Wake up, America. Our government is deceiving us. Take off the rose sunglasses. Ever since this administration entered the White House, they have only taken from American people. What have we received? Lies, deception, high-priced food and gas. Americans become sicker, The list goes on and on and on. Wake up. What has happened? The billionaires have become richer, while the American people are becoming poor. Wake up.
Concocted something last night. Did you see the language of this bogus supposed communication or card or something I supposedly sent to Epstein? He said, I don't talk like that. I don't think like that. They're literally making...
I'm going to say two things that should be obvious to everyone. One,
hit the like button, please.
Mike Johnson, Steve Bannon know for certainty that this birthday card that Donald Trump lewd sent to his best buddy, Jeffrey Epstein, is real. Two, everyone who's circling the wagons around Trump right now, including Steve Bannon and Mike Johnson, knows for a certainty that Donald Trump either knowingly looked the other way as Jeffrey Epstein did the evil, illegal stuff he did, or participated. They're wholly immoral, but they see it to their personal advantage to protect Trump. And yeah, I know Mike Johnson says he's a devout Christian. I'm Jewish, but I know the New Testament pretty well. I know what Jesus says in Matthew about people like that. And yeah, I know people say Donald Trump is Teflon coated. Donald Trump is a 79-year-old Teflon coated pan. Have you ever seen old Teflon coated pans? The Teflon wears off. This Epstein stuff isn't going away. Even people in the know like Julie Brown say more is coming. And why is more stuff coming? Not because people want justice. Not likely. It's more likely that people in high places got what they want out of Donald Trump. Now they want him gone. And what does that mean for loyalists like Bannon and Johnson? These people are always calculating, is this better for me or is this worse for me? Yeah, you know what they're going to do eventually. As more and more comes out, they're going to make the calculation, oh, this is bad for me. They're not going to be so loyal anymore. Yeah, these loyalists, they're going to jump ship. It's only a matter of time.
Murdoch's concocted something last night. Did you see the language of this book?
Wake up, America. They are only protecting Donald Trump. There's no protection for you and I. None. They play in our face daily. They tell us one thing about the Epstein files. They tell us that it's on, but what Pam Bundy said is on the desk. Then they said it doesn't exist. Then Donnie said, well, he's going to allow her to release it, but anything that's not of importance to flag, well, it's been flagged. He had the FBI, 1,000 FBI people to flag his name in anything in the Epstein files. That means it's been redacted. Then it's been said by Donald Trump that Barack Obama made up the Epstein files and it's all a hoax. They're lying to you. They're lying to me and they're lying to you. But the problem is I'm wise enough to know they are lying to all of us. Wake up. So America, it is time to wake up. Listen carefully, beautiful kings and queens, to this. One moment.
Listen, here's where I think we are right now. I think that Trump and the Trump administration are going to throw some increasingly wild pitches to try to change the political trajectory of how things are going. I mean, they're
desperate at this point.
U.S. citizens. Can't deport a U.S. citizen. U.S. citizens are from here. There's nowhere to deport them to. They're now arresting judges, right? It's insane. I think that we should expect some wild pitches, some truly reckless actions to try to change the trajectory of how things are going, to try to make it seem like this is a new game. I think because of that instinct in Trump, we should expect that there are going to be some things ahead that are markedly more horrible than even what they have done already. I think they're going to try to put some proverbial heads on bikes, and I think that's going to be terrible. I also think, though, that the more important truth here is that the country is against them, and the country is against him, and he knows it. And the country is not only willing to get out and protest against him, they are willing to do it over and over and over and over and over and over again in every state in the country and just about every town. Culturally, it is now firmly established that capitulation and sucking up to Trump is shameful and weak and marks you as a loser. Conversely, I think it is culturally ingrained now that
Yes.
saying no to Trump and fighting him and standing up to him shows that you are strong and a winner, and somebody who
A
other people
winner.
might be interested
Stand
in.
up.
The
Wake up.
superabundance of court rulings against Trump will continue. I think that will help. Bottom line, I think as long as the movement against him stays nonviolent, the movement against him wins. I think Republicans in elected office at every level will face unrelenting and increasing pressure to split from Trump on his almost unbelievably unpopular policies. Everything from tariffs to
hit that like button, y'all. Give me more likes. Come on.
His treatment of Ukraine,
Hit that
to
like
medical
button.
research, to Meals on Wheels, to Head Start, all of it. Republicans will be under unrelenting and increasing pressure to split from him on basically every policy with which he is associated. And yes, that includes immigration. And yes, that includes his abuse of trans people. I think relentless opposition and mockery of his failures will spread and intensify as those are further exposed and as nobody in any part of Republican politics finds any way to defend him. I think emergency defense measures will increasingly spring up all over the country whenever he tries to pick anyone off, immigrants or otherwise. I think 100 days in that Donald Trump is losing. And I think Americans defending democracy are winning. So listen.
Defend democracy. Stop believing all the lies that the MAGA Republican Party are putting out there. Keep requesting for the Epstein files. Call your local senators. The government owes us. We don't owe the government anything. We do not work for them. Call your local senators and demand the Epstein files. Wake up. So, this right here, my beautiful kings and queens. To get to see the real, the unedited version of the Trump interview, being asked about the Epstein files, let's take a look. We're going to see both versions of the interview he did with Fox, the edited version and the unedited version. Because this Epstein files thing, it's not going to go away. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you, then I'm going to read this to you, okay? It says, breaking news, Epstein cover-up. Fox News manipulated footage from Trump's 2024 interview on whether he would release the Epstein files. Watch.
Declassify the Epstein files. Yeah.
The edited and unedited version.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know it. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think
hit the like button, beautiful ones.
Help restore trust?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others. Certainly about the way he died. It'd be interesting to find out what happened there because that was a weird situation and the cameras didn't happen to be working, et cetera, et cetera. But you had to go a long way toward that one.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
Attorney General,
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know it. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole.
Did y'all not notice the edited version at the top? After Trump said, yeah, I would, then Pete Hegseth started talking about something else. That is the edited version. And the bottom is the version of what really happened. Donald Trump stating, yeah, I will, but it's going to be some untruths. Donnie full of it. Well, I just want to show you again. Pay attention if you're not getting it.
Declassify the Epstein files.
Uh-oh, sorry, y'all.
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know it. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would, or at least
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore trust?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others. Certainly about the way he died. It'd be interesting to find out what happened there because that was a weird situation and the cameras didn't happen to be working, et cetera, et cetera. But you had to go a long way for that one.
Would you declassify the Epstein
Pay attention to Pete.
Yeah, I would.
Attorney General.
It was edited. The MAGA Republican Party fell for the banana tailpipe. The oversight of the Democrats are demanding answers. I'm demanding answers from Fox News executives. Trump must release the Epstein files. The American people deserve the truth. We deserve the real truth, not the edited version, not the redacted files, not Donald Trump's name being flagged by 1,000 FBI agents to hide the truth from the American people. We got a scumbag in the Oval Office, and they're fronting and pretending and playing in your face. And the thing is, the Fox executives also owns the Wall Street Journal, who he's suing. This is not going to work in your favor, Donnie. You're coming down real soon. You're falling on your face. And it's not a pretty sight. Trump is his own worst enemy. He's destroying himself within. Not only that he's decaying mentally, physically, etc., in my opinion.
Trump didn't open Pandora's box about his close relationship with the pedophile named Jeffrey Epstein. He obliterated it. He immolated it. He set it on fire. It's gone. There is no more box. And by filing that lawsuit down in Miami, Florida, a federal court case against the Murdoch family and the Wall Street Journal,
they own
because
Fox
they finally
too.
had the balls to do reporting that's been going on for years about the close relationship between Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, including on the Midas Touch Network, with everybody that's still alive, every victim that's still alive coming out against Donald Trump now. Knives are out. Forget about elbows up. Knives are out for Donald Trump. New York Times running hourly reporting now on things that we've been talking about on the Midas Touch Network for the last 3 years. So has the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times. Not new information. A lot of this information, Julie K. Brown of the Miami Herald, she disclosed it. She uncovered it years ago.
Hit the like button,
Epstein,
please. Thank you. Hit that like button.
But this filing the lawsuit
Thank you.
has now taken a new turn.
Come on, get me to 100 likes, you guys.
Sit down for this one. As I said on Saturday during Legal AF the podcast, I wonder if Judge Gales will be assigned in Miami to the case. That's the judge that presided over the Michael Cohen
a gay black man
$500 million defamation case that Donald Trump filed against his former lawyer and my friend and colleague and podcaster here on the Midas Touch Network and on Legal AF. If you like this update, check out and subscribe to the Legal AF.
Subscribe to Legal AF. Also, subscribe to Midas Touch Network. Everything I show you is fair use, great research, and great for educational purposes and entertainment. So Trump says his name sells, but some beg to differ. I say, not today, Satan. The devil is a liar.
I just got this from a West Wing source. Trump had a meeting the other day with what he calls his merchandise team. And this was
Listen
about
carefully.
selling Trump branded crucifix pendants. One of the people in the meeting got very excited and said yes, Christianity sells. And Trump stopped him. He said, no, Trump sells.
Did y'all not hear that? The person that does the branding, because Donald Trump has some crucifixes made of his brand, not of Jesus Christ. The lady said, whoever the person is for branding, said, Christianity sells. I told y'all Donald Trump was not a Christian, but you don't want to believe it. You're silly, MAGA. He said, no, Trump sells. I'm going to play it again for you. Then I got something else to show you after that, how much it actually sells, because we don't give up.
I just got this from a West Wing source. Trump had a meeting the other day
Listen
with what
carefully.
he calls his merchandise team. And this was about selling Trump branded crucifix pendants. One of the people in the meeting got very excited and said yes, Christianity sells. And Trump stopped him. He said, no, Trump sells.
Now y'all want to know why God is revealing so much to us? No matter how much Donald Trump runs, he can't hide. Because when you put yourself up there on a pedestal and say you are the American people savior, when we have a real Jesus Christ, a God, he is going to let Satan do what he wants to with you. God has taken his hands off of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a reprobated mind. Because I'm going to tell you, pay attention to the signs of what's happening to him. God has no affiliation with Donald Trump. What did Donald Trump tell that person for branding and merchandising? No. Christianity doesn't sell. Trump sells. And y'all keep saying the silly stuff that he's your savior. You're just like the Jim Jones situation. You going to HELL right along with Donald Trump. And I'm going to show you how much he sells because nobody likes him.
Would you like to meet the president?
Oh my God. Wait, which one?
Trump.
Oh, pass. I'll wait for the next one.
Would you like to meet the president?
Oh my God. Wait, which one?
Trump.
Oh, pass. I'll wait for the next one.
Would you like to meet the president?
Oh my God. Wait, which one?
Trump.
Oh, pass. I'll wait for the next one.
Would you like to meet?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I was contacted and was told I was gonna get presidential awards, I was like, well, they need to do it soon because I don't want mine to have Donald Trump's name on it. Yeah, I'm telling y'all the truth. So I was so grateful that they got everything in for 2024. And one of them I got towards in like December the 12th, I think, my last one I received. And I was so scared it was going to end up running into 2025 and I didn't have to have a Donald Trump name on my presidential awards. I was like, thank you, Jesus. Because I did not want anything with Donald Trump's name on. Donald Trump, your name don't sell. It's the ones you don't put a spell on buying your bull crap. And a lot of them are burning your hats right now. Any merchandise that they have right now, they come up under your smell. They no longer want to sell that pissy diaper. No one is buying your merchandise like that anymore, Donnie. You don't sell. So when you say you sell more than Jesus Christ, that's a lie. The devil is a liar. And the truth ain't in you, Donald Trump. Does Trump name really sell? I don't think so. I just don't believe so. I'm gonna read something to you guys. And it says Trump is throwing everything he can at the media to distract, deflect, and project from Epstein. But it won't work. Everyone knows he's covering this up. Don't let him. As long as I have my YouTube channel, I will not stop talking about Donald Trump and Epstein files. I will not. I'm going to get on here and talk about it every day because something new is coming up every day on Donald J. Trump and the Epstein files. We don't want the redacted files, Bundy, Cash Patel, Donald Trump. We want the real Epstein files because we're going to be able to know. Just like y'all released that video from his prison jail cell and it was said that a minute was redacted, taken away, cut, and Pam had an excuse for that. But then the real professionals from Meta got on it. It was actually almost 3 minutes. Where did those 3 minutes go? Pay attention. They play in your face. They think you slow.
On the new Monday Countdown podcast, we have been burying the lead. Donald Trump says he is suing Rupert Murdoch for $20 billion over Epstein.
Hit the like button,
Trump
please.
Suing Murdoch, his greatest defender, advocate, and salesman in the media in the world. Trump versus Murdoch, thus putting Murdoch in the situation where in order to survive, he will have to destroy Trump. This is outstanding. And he'll also have to keep, Murdoch that is, the Epstein story alive forever and ever. Also, there is now polling.
We will keep it alive on my channel.
Believe Trump is mishandling the entirety of the Epstein situation, and 90% of them nearly want him to release all available information about Epstein, not the BS grand jury testimony. It is an ongoing festival that has no way out for Donald Trump. Also, no, I'm sorry, it does not fit the narrative, but Stephen Colbert was not fired because of Trump. Do not give Trump credit for that. They may make it look like it is to please Trump, but the economic factors are far more significant than anything else. I'll explain that there is also one unanswerable reason unanswerable explanation that proves Colbert was not fired because of Trump. We've seen this before. You've just forgotten that it happened. And Trump's mental illness writ large, he believes there was an original six in baseball, original six baseball teams, including the Cleveland Indians, who only assumed that name in 1915, which wouldn't make them original anything. All that and much more on the new Monday Countdown podcast, now live wherever you podcast.
Check out his podcast on Mondays.
On the new
More on the Epstein and Donald Trump situation. One moment. One moment. One moment, please. My lips are dry. How y'all doing out there in YouTube world? Let me see what some of you are saying. Johnny Hill said you should have voted. You shouldn't have voted for him. Y'all shouldn't have voted for him. King Johnny, I didn't vote for him, baby. King Joey Ski said, why would you think being gay and black is important? Oh, it's very important, honey, because Donnie can't take it. He can't stand the idea that he got a judge in Florida that is a black man with an education, a high IQ. He can't take it. And then the man is gay. Any man that's got a problem with gay people, deal. Yeah, Donnie like it all, baby. Donnie like it all. Woo! In that pissy diaper. Queen Victoria's one said Trump is a pedo. MAGA, you cannot deny he likes young women. Meow. Trump is nasty. A slave to his lust. It's true. Johnny Hill says, I don't vote because of this. Okay, I understand your preference, baby. I have no problem with you voting, but I vote because my vote counts. My daddy taught me that. When I was a little girl, you get out there and vote, girl. It is your right. Debbie says, I did vote for Trump every time and will again. Do your thing, Debbie, girl. That's your choice. Jim Wilson said, what about Barry and Big Mike? I'm not going there with you because Michelle Obama is a woman. I'm a woman. I was born with a beautiful flower down there that birthed the baby. Okay? I can't help if Donnie like to get bent over. Don't blame the world for Donnie's sins. He has broken all seven deadly sins. He is the biggest sinner, the biggest felon in America. He's the biggest criminal in America. Donnie has 34 felonies, baby. Let me get back to my show. I love y'all. I do. I love you. I love you. I love you. One moment, please. I'm going to clean the screen so we can continue talking about Donald Trump and Epstein files. Hit that like button. I'm nowhere near my 100 likes. Y'all are hurting my feelings right now, playing in my face.
Donald Trump's latest tactic in trying to avoid association with
Thank you
files is to use his hoax cloak of invisibility to suggest that somehow these files or lists are a hoax perpetrated by Democrats, that it's all made up, and therefore you can't believe what's in them. It sickens me to my core, and it sickens me that anybody would fall for it. So if you are MAGA or know anybody who's MAGA, please share this message, share this story of Virginia Giuffre, because we are not talking about lists and files. It is not some contained piece of data. These are human beings.
Human beings,
girls,
preach.
These are children whose lives were
children
or haunted by evil, corrupt, predatory men. I will not stand idly by while Donald Trump whitewashes it into lists and files. Virginia Giuffre worked at Mar-a-Lago in the late 1990s when she was a teenager. That is a verified fact. While working for Trump in Mar-a-Lago, Maxwell came to the spa she worked at and recruited her away from
that's
Trump
true.
to work for Epstein and groomed her and said verifiable fact. How do I know that? because Virginia Giuffre, despite being able to move on with her life and trying to move past it, was contacted by the FBI during the first Epstein investigation and decided after having a daughter to stand strong against these men and won a court case against Maxwell. Those court documents, which prove she was trafficked by Maxwell and Epstein, were sealed until 2019. Do you want to know what happened the day after they were unsealed?
Jeff arrested.
Epstein was found dead.
Oh, he was okay. He was dead in 2019. That's right.
Lists and files. It is not the story of corrupt, evil, predatory men, their lies, their conspiracies, or their cover-ups. It is the story of girls, children, teenagers, young women's lives were destroyed because we, as a society, failed to protect them, and we failed to help them and protect them after our original failing. Today, we will cease failing because we will not be silent. We will stand strong in honor of their strength until the entire world knows who did what to whom. Donald Trump's latest tactic in trying to avoid association.
I second everything he said. We will not sit still. All the people in the Epstein situation, like Prince Charles, he paid a settlement to Virginia. She got hit by a bus that didn't take her out of here. She ended up writing a letter telling you all of us, that she would never unalive herself. And then what do we know next? It said that she unalived herself. She didn't. The kebab took her out. The man in the Oval Office, he is the list. He's the kebab. They are part of it. The kebab is all these nasty, clear men. Some brown and black may be involved too. They're nasty. Anybody mess with young children are nasty beings. And if they're not stopped, and we don't wake up and try to help these people, it will continue. Speak up. Call your local senator office. Help. Help fight back. Wake up. So Trump is mad. This Republican that's going to speak, that I'm going to read up to you guys about, he is mad that this man is telling the truth about the Epstein files. He's not a MAGA Republican. He's not. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, then I'm going to read it to you. Trump is pissed with him because he won't let the Epstein situation go. So Trump calls Massey the worst Republican as he forces a vote on Epstein files. All right. So Trump is furious with Representative Thomas Massey calling him the worst Republican congressman in a Truth Social post after Massey partnered with Democrat Ro Khanna to force a vote on releasing the full Epstein files. I'm glad he's strong enough to stand strong on his own, by himself. Massey filed a discharge petition, a rare move that bypasses Speaker Mike Johnson and GOP leader. It would allow the House to vote directly on Epstein transparency bill, something Trump and Johnson wanted delayed after the August recess. Well, I got more on that recess too, the Republican recess. The bill demands full disclosure from federal agencies on the Epstein connections, associates, in the circumstances surrounding his unalive. Trump has called the effort a distraction. No, Donnie, nobody distracts and deflect more than you. Trump has called the effort a distraction and is reportedly threatening to back a primary challenger against Massey for defying him. You're not a king. It doesn't matter if this man stand up. That's not defying you. You are not his parent, you smelly old man, for defying him. Weird. I thought Trump cared about gelling up criminals in RIPISTS. He doesn't. He is that. He's a criminal in the RAPIST. So, if you support Trump, you support the abuse of children. You support pedos. You support the PDFs files. You are that person if you support Trump. I don't care who you are. So we must stop the X trafficking in America. People you least suspect are involved in these crimes, from lawyers, doctors, politicians, the bus driver, etc. Some just may be involved in these crimes. Listen, listen, Linda, listen, very careful. Listen.
I don't care what else you do, but share this. You have to share this. So if you haven't heard about what took place in Dallas, Texas, you need to check this out. 244 people arrested for SA. Over 350 different charges have been pressed. 160
hit the like button, please. Give me to 100 likes, y'all. Stop doing me like this.
100 children have been saved. The problem I'm having here is that this information has not circulated to mainstream media or news. And then on top of that,
thank you. Come on, y'all, get them likes up. Thank you.
Who are SAing children. And then on top of that, 21 of them are already registered as offenders. So my problem is that these S offenders are getting back out in the streets and doing the same thing to our children. But the problem here is also predicated on the fact that,
come on, y'all, give me more likes,
who would hide these type of behaviors, who will cover up these type of behaviors, who will not get justice for individuals who've been treated like this. That's the problem. I don't care what else you do, but share this. You have to share this. So if you haven't heard about what took place in Dallas, Texas, you need to check this out. 244 people arrested for SA. Over 350 different charges have been pressed. 165 warrants have been issued, and over 100 children, yes, 100 children have been saved. The problem I'm having,
that's a blessing. Over 100 children in Texas just recently were saved from X trafficking. It's more than that are being X trafficked. So we need to work harder. Again, call your local senator's office. Our government owes us. We don't owe them. They work for us. Although Donald Trump has flipped the script and MAGA's falling for the banana in his tailpipe to believe that we work for Donald Trump. No, we pay them. They work for the American people.
That an unabashed sexual sleazeball, a lifelong misogynist who has defied every norm of honesty, propriety, and family life, convince a good part of the public that he was a God-fearing upholder of traditional American values. That's a question for history to ponder. Meanwhile, there's Epstein. And Donald Trump comes face to face with a mortal contradiction. How can we condemn Epstein and yet excuse his brother in arms, his co-conspirator in a grab them by the pussy lifestyle, Donald Trump? That's the question that will hang out there. How did an unabashed sexual sleazeball,
the sexual sleazeball is Donald Trump. He sits at the White House in the Oval Office, Pennsylvania Avenue, and he is an SA abuser. And that's who you voted in. Whoever you voted for, that's who you are.
Among many journalists, at least what I'm reading right now in America, that the trust in Trump is beginning to erode, if there were any. Do you believe that's actually the case?
It's a beautiful thing what's happening right now. I don't know why it took the Epstein documents for the base to wake up. It's the craziest thing to me as someone on the outside looking into the right-wing media ecosystem. But that is exactly what has happened, is that they're like, wait a second. He promised this thing over and over again. This is all we've talked about for 4 years. Donald Trump is supposed to stop the pedophiles.
He promised a lot and he lies.
In the country. He was supposed to get rid of the most powerful people who enabled Epstein. And now he's like,
he's one of
All
them.
a hoax. And it's just so interesting that this is the thing that has begun to wake up the right-wing base.
There's a sense among many journalists.
Some of them still haven't woken up. Wake up, MAGA. Research the Jim Jones situation and picture that you, because that's who you are. He is the Jim Jones serving you poisonous Kool-Aid. Wake up, please, wake up. You might not have the best education. You may chew tobacco, have brown teeth, but you don't have to live in the dust, the dirt, and the filth with Donald Trump. He's grimy. He is dirt, full of sin. The 7 deadly sins. The reprobated mind that doesn't hear the voice of Jesus Christ because he thinks he is Jesus Christ. Wake up.
Taylor Greene, who is, of course, one of Donald Trump's biggest allies, just completely betrayed him on the Epstein files. Manu Raju, who is CNN's congressional reporter, just said, quote, MTG just told me she will sign on to Thomas Massey's discharge petition to force a vote on the Epstein file release. She added, quote, I can tell you for the past more than a week, the highest volume of calls into my office have been about this. People want the information. They don't want things covered up. Thomas Massey is the Republican who's really pushing for the release of these files. He's also the Republican that Donald Trump recently targeted on social media, saying that he'll campaign for whoever is running against Thomas Massey. So not only is Marjorie Taylor Greene teaming up with someone who Donald Trump hates, but she's also pushing for the release of the Epstein files. Who could have seen this coming? Now remember, Republicans have already multiple times voted against releasing the Epstein files, so don't hold your breath here. But I just imagine that Donald Trump is going to feel a little betrayed tonight. Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is, of course, one of...
Marjorie Taylor Greene is slowly waking up. She decides she don't want to smell the pissy diaper anymore. Wake up, MAGA, before it's too late. Wake up before you have nothing. You don't have a brain, but wake up before you have absolutely nothing. That red Kool-Aid is poisonous. Donald Trump is poisonous to this country. Wake up. So MAGA Republicans are up to no good, and Mike Grinder, he likes that L, can't stop lying. They are now protecting pedos, in my opinion.
Protect the innocent. So we cannot be careless in an open release like that.
You could tell when he's lying, he looked nervous in the face.
The president himself has said that he wants maximum transparency and all credible evidence to be turned over to the American public so that everyone can make their own decisions. We're owed that. And we want any individual who's been involved in any way in the Epstein evils.
Well, you must arrest Donald Trump
as quickly as possible. And the law should be brought down upon their head. We protect the innocent. So we cannot be careless.
They do not protect the innocent. I will no longer listen to his voice because I know this man is lying. If you protect the innocent, you know, Bundy knows. She says she saw the files. Donald Trump is all over the files. Arrest the enemy within Donald J. Trump. Wake up. The American people want to see the entire Epstein files, Trump. New York has displayed it on a billboard. They want to see them just as much as us. And New York ain't playing. They got it on billboards.
We got to see this. A new billboard just popped up in Times Square demanding that Donald Trump release the Epstein files. Here's a clip of it. I mean, that is just so brutal for Donald Trump. One of the most visited places in the entire country now has a billboard for the entire day, it looks like, just demanding that Donald Trump release the Epstein files. And this further goes to show you that this story is not going away. Donald Trump can come up with whatever distraction he wants to. People are focused on this, both Democrats, Republicans, Independents, whatever. I love that billboard. I thank whoever is behind it. And I think we need some more of those all across the country.
We definitely need more of those. We do. Be sure to subscribe to Harry Session on Instagram and YouTube. We need more of those. I use that exact billboard before for my beauty products. I know exactly what that billboard is. I used it. Yes, I've had plenty of billboards in different states. But Trump is losing his mind, and and he's losing court cases. Let's take a listen to this because he's losing himself. He's going crazy and he's losing these court cases.
New York Times and the Wall Street Journal and Rupert Murdoch stand up against Donald Trump and continue to do their job of doing reporting, the hard reporting that we've been doing on Legal AF and Midas Touch about Epstein and Trump connections for a long, long time. At least they're better late to the party than never. As that's going on, we have an interesting new win against Donald Trump by Bob Woodward, the intrepid investigative reporter, and Simon & Schuster, his publisher, where Donald Trump has been trying to grab $50 million from Simon & Schuster because they published something called the Trump tapes, created from interview audio tapes made by who? Bob Woodward, when he
signed out for it. He can't do anything about it.
Record about 20 times in order to create a book called Rage. He owns the copyright. He fixed the interview in a permanent medium in the recording. And under the copyright law, he owns, Bob Woodward and Simon & Schuster own the copyright, not Donald Trump. This is all a bit about money. Donald Trump sued.
Oh, Donnie loves money.
Of the Trump tapes.
He'll do anything for money. Grip the American people and all.
I don't think so. If you like this update, check out and
subscribe to Legal AF and Midas Touch Network. Oh, Epstein files. Will they be released? We all want to know.
While you have a woman who essentially is the Epstein file, she got to memorize.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in my head, I was like, dude, Republicans hate listening to women so much that they won't even let one say the files out loud. Because my thing is, she is the most connected to everything left.
Have they thought to ask?
It's more than thought to ask. I mean, I think they're blocking her appeal right now.
Yeah, right. That they're not gonna let her testify.
Yeah.
But it is weird to be like, man, why did Clyde rob all those banks? It's like, I don't know, man. Bonnie's still here.
Yeah.
Should we maybe ask Bonnie?
Bonnie is sitting in jail. And the other thing that I find,
hit the like button, please. I want 100 likes. Hit that like button. Support me.
Wild about Ghislaine too is that
stop stealing from the offering plate.
To use this moment where everything's blowing up to try to like do something, get some motion, right? Yeah. And her being
thank you. Hit the like button, please.
I have the files.
Yeah,
is so crazy to me because it feels like, I don't know if you've ever had this experience, but if you've ever watched somebody go to jail and the first day of jail they're like hard. They're like, I'm not snitching. I'm not like I'm gonna do my time. I'll do
snitch, girl. Maxwell, snitch. We want to know. Right? Hello, Queen Catherine Charles.
In their sandwich, and they're like, "Ooh, get me out of here! Ooh, this is nasty. I'll tell on anybody. Yeah, I'll tell everybody."
Snitch, Jazine Maxwell, snitch, girl.
Meanwhile, you have a.
Tell us, we want the files, girl. Release and tell everything you know. Tell us. We want to know. Okay.
On in Indiana, line for Republicans. Good morning, Kayvon.
Hi, yeah. Lifelong Republican here, although I have never voted for Donald Trump. And I just want to echo Rhonda from New Jersey, saying I agree with everything that she said.
Hit the like button, please. Come out the bushes and hit the like button.
I voted Republican my whole life. But this Donald Trump is not a Republican. He's an evil, evil man. Just look what he's done in Brazil, where he has put that whole country on ransom, saying if they don't adjust their tariff rates, saying if they don't let Bolsonaro go, he's going to put higher tariffs on their country.
Come on, give me some more likes, y'all. Get me to 100 likes. Come on, people. Thank you.
Not a world leader. This isn't a politician. This is a dictator. This is an evil, evil man who needs to be stopped.
Thank you. Come on, more likes. 30 more likes.
If there is a God, I don't know if there is. If there is a God.
Thank you. More likes, people.
We're screwed. America is screwed. That's it.
Kayvon in Indiana, line for Republicans. Good morning, Kayvon.
Yeah.
America is screwed. And he's a Republican. He is a Republican, the man that just spoke. America is screwed. And who we got to thank for that? MAGA, Elon Musk, for fixing those voting machines. Like Donald Trump said, the election was rigged in his favor. Elon Musk knows those voting machines better than anyone. That's what Donnie said. Hit that like button. Come on. One moment, please. So we hear more about this through this live. You know, I've been discussing certain things and you don't heard it several times, but I wanted to be a subliminal message to you because you need to wake up. The Republicans are playing games to protect Donald Trump.
We have breaking news right now. Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, decided to shut down the House of Representatives, send them all home early before Thursday so that Democrats could not put forth any more amendments to force Republicans to vote on the release of the Epstein files. Mike Johnson really does not want to put his caucus in the position where they have to vote yes or no on whether to force the Attorney General to release the files. Partly because many Republicans would actually vote yes on this. Thomas Massie, a Republican, is actually one of the leading co-sponsors of the amendment to get the release of the Epstein files. And Mike Johnson, theoretically taking cues from the White House, just shut down the House of Representatives early, sending members home early so that they don't have to vote on whether or not to release the Epstein files. What are they hiding, and what don't they want the public to know about? That is the main question being asked right now across Capitol Hill circles, because this was an unexpected move by Johnson. Spread the word. I'll do a full breakdown on my Substack, linked in bio, so subscribe for free and follow along for all the news.
Subscribe to Aaron Partners on YouTube and Instagram. He's amazing content creator. I love watching his shows. So this is from Jasmine Crockett, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Republicans stay screaming about law and order, but won't release the Epstein files. They sit up here posting conspiracy theories all day, but won't release the Epstein files. They're quick to call a hearing or a launch an investigation on some BS, but, say it with me, won't release the Epstein files. What's so messed up? And Martin Luther King Jr.'s family did not want them to release his file, but Donnie did it anyway. Anything to try to distract the American people from the Epstein files. And Donnie, we have not stopped talking about the Epstein files. Black people don't care about none of that. We know who Martin Luther King Jr. is and who he were, and he still lives on. We didn't ask for that. What we are asking for, those Epstein files, Donnie, we want them right now. Go change your diaper. We smell you through our phones. And Mike just keep lying. Mike Johnson. I hope the rest of these black men that you on Grindr app looking for, because you want some black eggplant, not a ping. A ping is a white man. Eggplant is a black man. More of them gonna start telling on you. Tell everything you know about Mike Johnson. His wife is just a beard. Mike used to adopt little black boys too. Y'all didn't know that? Google it. You can tell them lips like to wrap around something.
As you all know, I speak to the president.
Hit that like button. Come on, hit the like button.
Always. And what I know about the president's heart on this is that he agrees with everything I've said here today. He wants maximum transparency,
and that's
but
unhealthy.
He's also very insistent that we do not subject people who have already been victims of unspeakable.
But they subject black and brown people to cages.
And it would be a very
alligator Alcatraz
to put those people's names out, or to do a release of information in a way that is haphazard, where they could be easily unasked. And so you have to be very careful.
So you mask things for Donald Trump and hide things for him. Donald Trump is a criminal.
No, but I as you all know, I speak to the president multiple times a day on different.
And we don't care. We want the Epstein files. We don't care about none of that. When I said we don't care, we, the American people, don't care. We want those files, Mike. Magic Mike. You rock the mic, right? One moment.
Virginia, how did you meet her and what was her pitch to you?
I'm working at Mar-a-Lago, loving it. I'm working
Who owns Mar-a-Lago? Donald Trump.
about anatomy and massage, and
Hit
that's
the
when
like button,
Lillie came
people.
up to me and said, "Oh my God, you're reading a book about massage." And long story short, she told me that she knew of a man who was looking for a traveling masseuse, and if he liked me, then I would get educated and I would become a real massage therapist. So yeah, I mean, it was a dream of a lifetime until I got there, and the abuse was immediate.
It has been reported that they would prey on young girls who were vulnerable.
She could smell the vulnerability on the person. I told them a little bit about
Epstein trained his girl, Maxwell.
So,
Virginia, how did you meet her and what was her pitch to you?
I'm working at Mar-a-Lago.
Who owns Mar-a-Lago? Who owns Mar-a-Lago? Was that the place that the girls were trafficked from? She said she worked at Mar-a-Lago. Think smart. Think.
Is breaking loose in the Republican Party right now over the Epstein files. Trump's Department of Justice is rushing to meet with Ghislaine Maxwell to try to find out everything she knows. Trump's former personal lawyer.
She may be unalive, y'all. Look out. Just in case she's unalive.
To set up a meeting. Republican Thomas Massie and Democrat Ro Khanna are trying to pass a bill to release the Epstein files, and Speaker Mike Johnson is shutting down Congress to avoid having to hold votes on Epstein. The House Oversight Committee is moving to subpoena Ghislaine Maxwell. Meanwhile, Trump just held a press conference where he repeatedly told people to stop talking about the Epstein files, saying it is all a witch hunt and demanding all of his political opponents like Barack Obama and Adam Schiff be arrested instead. The panic has set in and it is growing by the minute.
There he go projecting.
Make sure to spread the word, follow our account, and add the Midas Touch.
Donald Trump is projecting on Schumer and President Barack Obama.
Epstein files. Trump's Department of Justice is rushing to meet with Ghislaine Maxwell to try to find out everything she knows. Trump's former personal lawyer and current Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche says he has reached out to her attorney to set up a meeting. Republican Thomas Massie and Democrat Ro Khanna are trying to pass a bill to release the Epstein files, and Speaker Mike Johnson is shutting down Congress to avoid having to hold votes on Epstein.
Is Mike Johnson Donald Trump's handler? That's what it appears. That Mike Johnson, Magic Mike, that like black eggplant grinder, he is Donald Trump's handler, I believe. Although he's with probably the Heritage Foundation, but even jdvance is as well. Is he his handler? Because it's like he's protecting Trump in a way that a handler does. Pay attention. We're going to find out. We'll find out.
Surprised at all that President Trump has filed this libel suit against Rupert Murdoch and News Corp? And how vigorously do you think Mr. Murdoch will fight this?
Yeah, I was very surprised. Good morning to both of you. Great to be with you.
Hit that like button, please.
I'm very surprised because, look, these two guys need each other. I mean, this is how this has worked back and forth, right? I mean, Fox delivers the news that Trump wants and vice versa. And so I was very surprised.
There's going to be a change. He's suing the owner.
However, this is his MO, right? I mean, he sues a news organization that he doesn't agree with when they
look at him. He just looks so stanky. Oh, he looks stanky like a turd.
To him, which is problematic. But I'm very surprised that he did it here, because in your introduction, you said that Rupert Murdoch will be deposed and that Trump looks forward to hearing his testimony. Well, the reverse is also true.
He like an ugly squirrel. Don't he like a squirrel, just ugly.
That they are going to depose.
Never been attractive.
This moves forward. And that opens up an entire
hit the like button, people.
Relationship with Epstein and so much more Epstein. So this is very cumbersome for both parties. But yes, I was very surprised at this.
You surprised at all that
I'm not surprised. Donald Trump is a sick man. He's a narc, in my opinion. And when somebody is a narcissistic person, they always think they're right. But he's in for a rude awakening, because the reckoning is here for Donald Trump. And watch him. And then the man with him going to laugh about this. That's how you know Donald Trump is not a good man.
understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff.
Yo, he did not just say it's boring. I didn't even see this.
This
Pay
asshole
attention.
on the right that's about to laugh standing next to Trump. You know who the fuck that is? That's Harold Lutnick, who was the majority owner of Cantor Fitzgerald. Cantor Fitzgerald was one of the most decimated companies when the buildings collapsed in New York City in September.
It was at one of the top floors, right?
Yes, and he miraculously
Hit the
was
like
there.
button,
He was
please.
there, but that day he wasn't there. He was best friends with Epstein, laughing in our fucking faces, bro. Something like that going.
He literally starts crying.
Come on, hit that like button.
He did business with Epstein. He didn't go into the World Trade Center the day it was attacked. He always went.
It's just like
Thank
when you
you.
get caught in school red-handed.
Get me to 100 likes, please.
How stupid to have him in the video. Don't understand why the
Thank
Jeffrey
you.
Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff.
Yo,
If it was boring, Trump, then you're saying Epstein was boring. He couldn't have been boring because you partied with him for several decades. So he tell us that the Epstein files are boring. That's so you don't want to get them. I want them, and I want them bad, real bad. Like we go together real bad. I want them bad.
A week before the election, I released, in conjunction with the Daily Beast, tapes of an interview that I conducted with Jeffrey Epstein, in which he talked at great length about his relationship with Donald Trump. He spelled out the incredibly close nature of their friendship over more than a decade. In my apparently endless naivete about what happens when a story slaps the mainstream media across its face, there was almost no pickup. My hopes that this would be an appropriate coda to the campaign passed with hardly a murmur. The Epstein story has now gone through a series of permutations, from MAGA obsession to a kind of fascination with who would be on the client list, to Trump's apparent suppression of this material, to, in the last couple of days, with a story finally in the Wall Street Journal about the birthday greeting that Trump sent Epstein, and in a front page, a headline story in the New York Times, acknowledging, really for the first time, acknowledging the centrality of the Trump-Epstein relationship. It has come to rest on the president's doorstep, where it should have always have been. This is not the end of the story. There is in there more than a decade of daily closeness, daily communication, daily phone calls, and the constant hunt and search for willing or in fact unwilling women. This story will continue.
It will continue because the more you lie to the American people and tell them it's a hoax, and then you said, well, you're going to have Bundy to go through and see what she feels is right to release. But Bundy, you came back and told us there is no list. First you told us that the list was on your desk, and you come back and tell us there's no list. You're confused. We're not. The American people are not confused. We know exactly what's going on. So the Trump cabinet is confused, not us. And because we're not confused, we're not taking our foot off your necks.
Are you kidding me? I know what they were up to together. It happened to me. I was polygraphed. I have the postcard with a love note. So I have the receipts. Where are Donald Trump's receipts? Where are they? I know what they're up together, and I know what that means. It's very clear. It wasn't baking or fishing. Michael Wolff has hundreds of hours of interviews with Jeffrey Epstein, where Jeffrey confirmed to Michael what the two of them did to me long before I came out and told you all of this. What, are you kidding me? I know what
she was abused by them too, by Epstein and Donald J. Trump. She has her receipts. Virginia had her receipts. She wrote a letter saying she would not unalive herself. It wasn't in her to do that. And what happened? It was said she unalived herself. She didn't. These women that are still alive, they're not afraid. And they are talking. Keep talking. Please do. Hold on. I have something very, very important I need to show you. Just a moment. Because I said I was going to show it at the end. Hold on. I'm going to find it because this is so important that we need to hear this. I even put to show it at the end. Okay, here it is. This is imperative. We got to contact our local officials because we need those Epstein files. It should not be hidden from the American people.
I think I found something everybody in the country is going to want to make a call on. It's a bipartisan issue. Yes, a congressman has introduced a resolution to demand that Congress make Trump and the Trump administration release the Epstein files. So let's call and let them know we support it. This is a resolution in the House, so you are going to call 202-224-3121 to get through to the congressional switchboard and ask for your House representative. Hey, can I speak to my representative in the House, please? I live...
Hit the like button.
Hey, my name is Jessica Craven. I am a constituent. I'll give you my address at the end of the call. I am calling because I understand that Congressman Mark Veazey just introduced a resolution demanding that the House of Representatives use its constitutional authority
It froze. It
under Article
unfreeze.
1 to conduct investigations and expose criminal misconduct around Jeffrey Epstein. It also demands that the Trump administration immediately release all unclassified files related to Epstein. It calls on the DOJ and the FBI to submit a full report on any suppression of evidence related to Epstein's operations, and it supports public access to these documents in the interest of justice, accountability, and the prevention of future abuses of power. And I want the Congress member to support this resolution. I'm sure he will, but if he won't, I'd love a call back explaining why. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Oh, let me give you my address. No, it's your turn. Here's a script if you need something to read off of, or you can just make up your own, because maybe we finally found one thing that the entire country can unite around. Let's agree on accountability for whoever was involved with this nefarious bastard, regardless of party. Shall we? Come on, America, we can do this. Please.
We
make
can
a
do
call.
it,
Oh my God, I
America.
think I
Wake
found
up.
something everybody in the country is going to want to make a call on. It's a bipartisan issue. Yes.
Wake up, America. We can do this. Believe in yourself. Believe in your country. We can do this. We can force our government to release those files. Call your local senator's office. Keep your foot across their neck. So what did we learn today? There's a Republican, Senator Massey, that is standing with the Dems to release those Epstein files. We learned about other women that are speaking up that Epstein and Donald Trump have taken advantage of. We learned that Donald Trump find it funny what is going on, and he would not take accountability. We learned that Donald Trump has known Epstein more than a decades. We learned that Trump is losing. We already know that. He knows he's losing. And the outcome just may be that JD will be sitting in the Oval Office. But it'd be easier to remove him than it have taken with this big orange monster. Hit that like button before you leave out. I will be back live tomorrow. I'm going to read a couple of y'all comments. Okay, this is why I still teach kids about LGBTQ. That is good. Queen Lunar. Victoria's one. Trump is a trafficker, PIMP. Yeah, boy. He is. King Allen says, oh, you talking to somebody in the chat. Okay. Thank you, LaSwan. I love you too. Juan says, where are you at? I will not tell you where I am, King Juan, because I don't know if you are for me or against me, because there's so many MAGA people in here that hate me. And then for you to have that last name, okay. One, I respect you and I respect everybody in my chat, but I don't let people know where I am too much. I tell you something, I may not even be in that state, but I love you. Alan says, I didn't use Chat GPT. Okay, he's talking about something with somebody in the chat. And Queen Victorious one said, hit that like button, family. Hit the like button, please. It's still 100 some of y'all in my chat, and we're about to close out. If 100 some hit that like button, it will bless me so much. Come on, hit that like button before you leave up out here. Hit the like button. Hit it right now. Come on, before I leave out, hit that like button. Come on, hit the like button, you guys. Hit that like button. Show me that you love me, that you really, really want me. If you want to be my lover, hit that like button. You got to first be my friend. Hit that like button. Come on, give me more likes. Did y'all hear about Malcolm Jamal Warner passed? I actually worked on set with him for 4 years. I worked on the Resident TV show as a BG core doctor, and Michael Jamal Warner was a lead doctor on the Residents. He's from the Bill Cosby show. Oh, I can't play music. Oh, I can't play music. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, I worked on the TV show with him for 4 years. I was a BG core doctor, and we made more than regular BGs. But he was actually one of the leads on there on the Resident. He was on the Cosby show as well. So my sincere love and sympathy and condolences go out to his beautiful wife, which I met at we had a I forgot what they call it, but it was a party when the season ended. But I never met his daughter, but I did meet his beautiful wife. When I tell you he was a light in this world, and he spoke facts, he spoke truth, he spoke up for Black people, Black men. That was a powerful being on this earth. He was a light that has gone to a better place. So let's keep his loved ones in our prayers, okay? We had a rap party. I think it was a rap party for season 2. And I got to meet his lovely wife at a rap party. It was 2 rap parties. It was a rap party for us BG core doctors, and then it was a rap party for the main characters. But we got to go there to their rap party, and it was amazing. It was actually in Midtown where they had their rap party. It was really nice. But he was a light in America, a man of truth. He was like a Dr. Martin Luther King II. So keep the prayers going for his family. Let me see if I can find a video of me on the Resident TV show that I was on. Hold on. Bear with me, you guys. Let me see if I can find a video of me on that TV show. Let me find out. Let me see. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a video of me on that TV show. Because it ended up getting canceled, but I had already left and started working on something else before it canceled. Because during the time of COVID and we went back and started filming, it was pretty rough. Oh, I shouldn't have said that word. 19. Hold on, y'all. Let me find a couple of videos. But here's one right here. I just show you this one for time being. Uh-oh, it froze. Let's see if it'll start back because it froze. But anyway, I worked on that show as a doctor. I don't know why it froze. That's weird. Let's see if it. I hope it doesn't freeze this time. I don't know why video's been freezing today. What is going on? One moment. I don't know what's going on, y'all. Let's see if it'll play. But anyway, I worked on this TV show. It's spinning. I don't know what's going on. Something going on with my internet. But I worked on that TV show for 4 years, and Malcolm Jamal Warner, he was one of the main leads on there. I think he came on in season 2. I was on there 4 seasons. He probably was on there. He might have been on there 3 or 4 seasons, but he didn't come on to, I think, season 2, but I was already on there. He may have been on that season 1, but I just don't remember. I don't remember. But anyway, blessings goes out to his lovely wife and the rest of his loved ones. And I'm going to tell you something that really hurt me, what I saw yesterday. This young lady, she was actually in my documentary for my book, The Purple Cinderella. I'm a survivor of multiple people taking advantage of me as a kid. So this is my autobiography. If you want to purchase it, it is on Amazon.com. This is my autobiography. And the young lady passed away, and I didn't know it. And when she filmed for my documentary, I did not know that this little girl at the time couldn't have been no older than 5 years old was SA. I didn't know that because I had so many children there filming for my documentary, for my book, The Purple Cinderella. I did not know that this young lady had been SA'd as well. And something happened to her. She's unalive. And I don't know what happened, but her mother tagged me on something that her daughter wrote when she was a kid. And the whole time she worked on my documentary for my book, I did not know that little girl was an SA survivor as well. I didn't know that. That's why I'm really fighting for these files to be released about the Epstein situation, because I know the pain that these women that were taken advantage of by alleged Donald Trump and Epstein. I understand their pain. I was taken advantage of my entire childhood, my teen years. I get it. So when I found out yesterday that this young girl that was in my documentary, she just graduated from high school. I don't know exactly what happened. Her mom didn't say what happened, but I think this weekend they having the memorial service, and I want to know what happened to her. Her mom tagged me on something that she wrote when her daughter wrote when she was a little girl about being abused. Essay. And I didn't know that the whole time this beautiful little girl was in my documentary for my book. And I did not know this little girl had been essayed like me. To God be the glory. Let's keep everyone in our prayers. Let's pray for all the Epstein and Trump victims. Put out love into the atmosphere. If you want to receive love, you got to put it out there. And that's why I make sure I tell y'all every day, I love you. Because you don't know who's in my chat that may not ever hear somebody say, I love you. Everybody don't have someone to tell them that they love them. Every day, make sure you tell somebody you love them. I love y'all so much. I even love the ones that don't even like me in my chat, because I can't get to heaven hating you. I can't get to heaven hating Donald Trump. But what I will do, get on here daily and fight for victims that were taken advantage of. That I will do. If you ever get a chance, you can purchase my ebook or my paperback of my book, The Purple Cinderella. I am an SA survivor. I survived being taken advantage of my entire childhood, my teen years. That's why I get on here and I keep talking about this Epstein stuff. We cannot allow people to think they can keep doing this to children, taking advantage of women, boys, whoever. We cannot uphold that. And if you uphold it with Donald Trump, that is who you are. I love each and every last one of y'all. Please hit that like button before you leave out. Come on, hit that like button. Spread love and know that God loves you. And I pray for pure prosperity in your lives. I want to thank my moderators, Queen Victoria's one, King Allen, whoever is in there today moderating. I love everybody. I love everybody in my chat. I love you. May God continue to bless you. Have a blessed evening. Hit that like button. Bye.